Greetings, everybody, and welcome to this cool edition here on the Media Files. Um, this time around, I figured we'd do a DVD review, as well as also, not only that, though, a little bit of a discussion as well. Uh, for this particular movie, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't care what people are now saying about it. Um, but what can I say? That this movie is an instant classic, and not only that, though, stars Gene Hackman and Roy Schneider. I'm, of course, just going to discuss today the much, you know, news feeded movie at the moment from the 70s. We have The French Connection. That's right. And this is what we're going to discuss today on the Media Files. Welcome back. So, yeah, The French Connection. What is there to be said about it? Well, for example, the edition that I just showed you, this is part of the 20th Century Fox Collector's Edition series, which has spine number 24 on it. I do also have the Signature series on Blu-ray, as well as the original DVD release from the 5-Star Collection, which feature, I think it also came with both The French Connection and the second film. So, but I do also have the original novel written by Robin Moore. So, yeah, what can I say? You can kind of tell somebody put a sticker on it, either that or that's the original store sticker for 39 cents, and you can actually see that. So, yeah, so obviously this basically came out, before, or rather after the movie came out, obviously, because it features that famous shot there of Popeye Doyle hunting down the guy who shoots him on the stairs. But what can I say, though? Yep, so let's go through the synopsis of this movie. So here we have New York detectives Popeye Doyle, played by Gene Hackman, and Bunny Brousseau, played by Roy Schneider, hope to break a narcotics smuggling ring and ultimately uncover the French Connection. But when one of the criminals tries to kill Doyle, he begins a deadly pursuit that takes him far outside the city limits. Based on a true story, this action-filled thriller with its renowned chase sequence won 5 Academy Awards in 1971, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor for Gene Hackman. So, yeah, what can I say, though? God, this movie is so good. It's so good. And mind you, this was Friedkin's film before he did The Exorcist. This was made 2 years before The Exorcist came out. And it's loaded with 2 discs, which is pretty cool. You got some artwork there, yeah. And then you also got basically another set of artwork there for the bonus features. Yeah, the car chase in this film is basically, it's right up there, really with, with the likes of Bullitt and, trying to think what other car chases were cool around that time. Let's see here. I think Bullitt and, what was the name of that other movie? Can't remember. It had Roy Schneider in it. That's all I remember, is that it was from the 70s, though. It was pretty cool. So let's go through the bonus features real quick. So, scene-specific commentary by Gene Hackman and Roy Schneider, director's commentary by William Friedkin, as well as the theatrical trailer. Disc 2, the Making the Connection, the Untold Stories, behind-the-scenes documentary, the Poughkeepsie Shuffle, the BBC documentary, as well as deleted scenes documentary hosted by William Friedkin containing 7 deleted scenes, as well as a still gallery and the trailers for both The French Connection and The French Connection 2. I swear to God. Damn nose. Alright, so let's go through the bonus features, shall we? So, here we have on disc 1, we have scene-specific commentary by Gene Hackman and Roy Schneider. as well as a director's commentary by William Friedkin and the theatrical trailer as well. On disc 2, we have Making the Connection, the untold stories behind the scenes documentary, the Poughkeepsie Shuffle BBC documentary, as well as a deleted scenes commentary hosted by William Friedkin containing 7 deleted scenes, as well as a still gallery and the trailers for both the French Connection and the French Connection 2. So, yeah, there you go. Quite a buttload of stuff there. Yeah, God, the car chase in this sequence is so awesome. And there are actually scenes in here you can tell that Gene Hackman was literally freaking out behind the wheel because he almost hit a few people. There's actually a point where he actually almost hits somebody with what is it? I think it's a cart full of stuff or whatever. But yeah, a lot of that stuff was done on the fly, and you're like, holy crap! Like, how did they even get away with that back then? They just did. They got lucky. So yeah, I mean, what can I say though? This is, obviously one of Gene Hackman's best performances as Popeye Doyle. So yeah. Anyways. So, let's get on with the 600-pound gorilla in the room. Yeah. Damn. Excuse me for a second. So yeah, great movie. It's been a great movie for what? Let's see here. 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah. It's been a great movie for over 50 years. It still is. Now let's get to the 600-pound gorilla in the damn room. Apparently now, this movie's controversial. And now that if you have iTunes, the digital version, and if you're streaming it on Paramount Network, it has been censored. Yeah. The entire film is in there, except for one itty-bitty little itty-bitty tiny scene, which literally takes like 1 second or 2 seconds to get through. Now that Disney owns iTunes, they're like, well, we need to cut out this little itty bitty section of the movie, which makes this weird jump cut because it's controversial, and for some awkward reason we did not really put a disclaimer before the film started, basically stating that, well, there is some brief offensive language, due to some racial slurs that were more common back then, and the fact that, yeah, if you're offended, don't watch this scene. The scene goes by for like 2 damn seconds. Yeah, I watched it. It's just like, it's over like that. It's like, what's the big controversy? Yeah, I understand the reasoning why it's controversial, because they use a specific word, but, that's how the 70s were. People need to get over shit. Seriously, they need to get over it. If you don't like that scene and when it shows up, just hit that, just skip over it, or do what you were told to do back in elementary school. Hold your ears. Yeah, if you want to be that childish, hold your ears. Like you were told to do back in elementary school when you heard, when you heard a bad word or a no-no word, right? So yeah, I swear, people need to get a life. What am I saying, Excuse me, I have some allergy issues that I'm dealing with at the moment, so... Anyways, so yeah, that's the big controversy, because he says a particular word, and, it's not right, and all this and that, and I'm like, get over yourself. Just if you know what's coming up, make a big loud cough or something so you don't have to hear it for 2 seconds. Ooh. Let's make this weird little jump cut in the film. Why would you do that? Why don't you just go back and, for example, why don't you just talk about American History X? Let's just cut, let's just start the film and end it. There's your major cut. So, yeah, I don't understand the whole controversy behind it. I understand the reasoning why it is, because, people nowadays are more offensive to certain words. And I'm like, you do realize that for all you newer generation people out there, you do realize that older generations are still going to use it because that's how they were raised at that time. It's that simple. What can I say? So yeah, if you didn't like the rant, then you could go on ahead and click the video. So anyways, yeah, but what can I say though? I mean, overall, I'm not here to, bitch and moan about stupid little controversy cuts and films, right? I'm here to discuss what I got, and, if a rant does come up, it may come up every now and then. Just depends, really. But, I'm here just to entertain people. Like we all are, to show off our collections and whatnot, and not really talk about controversies about films that have been around for literally 50 years. So yeah, that completes this little itty-bitty review on The French Connection. As you noticed, I really didn't say much about the film. Well, why? Because it literally is that good. Yes. So with that, obviously, to please like and subscribe. And then on top of that, click that notification bell, and I will see you in the next review. Ciao.